Have you ever felt trapped in your own pain, believing no one could understand what you're going through? The uncomfortable truth is that suffering in silence doesn't make you strong. It's quietly destroying you, stealing your peace, and damaging your mental health without you even noticing. But here's the shocking part. There are 5 powerful methods that can change everything, help you heal your heart, and reclaim your inner strength, and you can start today. Imagine, just for a moment, that you no longer have to carry that deep sadness or the silent suffering that's followed you for years. In this video, you'll discover how to transform your pain into resilience, release the wounds of your soul, and take concrete steps toward inner transformation that really works. This isn't theory. These are strategies anyone can apply, and people just like you are already changing their lives with them. And if you're ready to stop suffering in silence, I invite you to subscribe to the channel now. Hit the notification bell and help others who are also trapped in pain. Every like, comment, and share could be the spark someone else needs to begin healing. Don't wait any longer. Your inner strength and transformation are calling right now. Break the silence and ask for help. The first step to stop suffering in silence is understanding that speaking up is not weakness. It's courage. Many believe carrying internal pain alone is a sign of strength, but that silence only deepens the wounds of the soul. Recognizing that you need support is already an act of inner strength, a mark of emotional resilience that opens the doors to spiritual healing. Seeking help doesn't always mean going straight to a therapist, though that can be incredibly valuable. Sometimes it starts by telling a trusted friend what you're feeling, or even writing a letter to someone you trust. Saying out loud, "I'm hurting," is like lifting an invisible weight off your back. It's a simple act, but it begins a life-changing journey. Remember, no one should endlessly ask themselves what to do when they're suffering, because the answer isn't hiding, it's in sharing. Speaking up breaks the chain of isolation, and suddenly deep sadness stops feeling like an insurmountable monster and becomes something manageable. And of course, the next question appears. Once you've taken the step to open your heart, how do you continue expressing yourself without fear of judgment? Write and express your emotions. One of the most powerful ways to stop suffering in silence is to turn internal pain into words. Keeping a daily journal helps recognize the deep sadness and inner suffering you carry without judging yourself. Every line you write becomes a mirror reflecting your soul's wounds, and by seeing them outside your mind, you begin to release some of the weight you've carried for so long. You don't have to be a poet or an expert. Even simple lists of emotions or unsent letters to someone dear are valid tools. For example, writing about a moment when your inner strength faltered, and then writing how you wished you had responded, is a small act of emotional resilience. This method helps heal emotional pain and connect with spiritual healing, as every word becomes a bridge to understanding yourself. Expressing emotions isn't limited to writing. Painting, drawing, or even creating music also helps release what you feel. Transforming sadness into art is a path toward inner transformation, and teaches that suffering doesn't have to destroy you. It can be a source of hope in difficult times. And after achieving this personal victory, the inevitable question arises: how do you turn these habits into a routine that truly protects your mental health? Practice daily habits for emotional resilience. Stopping suffering in silence requires discipline in small daily actions that strengthen the mind. Taking 5 minutes each morning to breathe deeply, meditate, or simply write down 3 things you're grateful for is more powerful than it seems. These daily habits for confidence and inner strength create an invisible shield against deep sadness and internal pain, helping preserve your mental health. Another crucial habit is movement. Walking, light exercise, or even brief stretches activates the body's energy and releases accumulated tension. Many don't realize that consistent physical activity contributes to healing emotional pain and transforming soul wounds into emotional resilience. These moments become anchors, reminding you that your inner transformation depends on small but consistent steps. Finally, caring about what you consume mentally and emotionally is essential. Listening to inspiring music, reading books full of wisdom for coping with pain, or even limiting exposure to negative news allows your mind to find balance and hope in difficult times. And while building these habits, the inevitable question arises: if you're already starting to protect your well-being, how can you take it even further by connecting with spiritual healing? Seek spiritual healing and inner strength. Stopping suffering in silence also means looking inward and connecting with something greater than yourself. Spiritual healing doesn't require complex rituals. It can be as simple as dedicating a few minutes to introspection, meditation, or daily prayer. This connection with your inner strength allows internal pain to stop controlling you and transforms deep sadness into clarity and emotional resilience. Some find relief in practices like conscious breathing, yoga, or nature walks where each step helps release soul wounds and regain balance. These moments of connection not only promote healing of the heart but also provide tools for stopping suffering in everyday life. The key is integrating these practices into your daily routine, turning spirituality into a tangible ally for inner transformation. Also, recognizing that you're not alone in this process strengthens hope in difficult times. Seeking guidance through books, mentors, or support groups reinforces your inner strength and proves that silent suffering can be transformed into learning and growth. And as you explore these paths, the next question emerges. If you're already exploring spiritual healing, how can you use all of this to create real, lasting change in your life? Transform suffering into wisdom for life. Change. The final step to stop suffering in silence is learning to turn every soul wound into a life lesson. Deep sadness and internal pain carry valuable messages if you know how to listen. Understanding them allows you to begin a true life transformation that protects your mental health and strengthens emotional resilience. The key is to see suffering not as an enemy, but as a teacher guiding you toward inner transformation. Daily reflection on difficult moments helps extract wisdom from pain. For example, writing down what you've learned from each painful experience, how you overcame small challenges, or what inner resources you discovered is an exercise that allows you to release accumulated suffering and find meaning in what once felt overwhelming. Each act of introspection reinforces inner strength and teaches you how to heal your heart step by step. Finally, transforming suffering into learning and concrete action generates hope in difficult times. By integrating everything you've learned, breaking the silence, expressing emotions, daily habits, and spiritual healing, you create a solid path toward inner peace. And as you move forward, a powerful question arises. If you're already applying these methods, how can you continue cultivating this inner strength to face any challenge without returning to silent suffering? Now that you know these 5 methods to stop suffering in silence, it's time to apply them in your life. Watching this video isn't enough. True transformation happens when you take action today, even if it's just a small step. Talking to someone, writing your emotions, practicing daily habits, or connecting with your inner strength. Every action counts and brings you closer to a life free from internal pain and deep sadness. Think for a moment. How much longer do you want to carry this suffering in silence? Every day you don't apply these strategies is a day you could be cultivating hope, healing your heart, and strengthening your emotional resilience. You have the power to turn your soul wounds into wisdom and use your pain as fuel to drive your life change. I want you to do something right now. Subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, and share this video with someone suffering in silence. Every comment, every like, every share could be the spark someone else needs to start healing. Are you ready to stop suffering in silence and reclaim your inner peace? Then start today. Your inner strength and transformation are waiting.